Hello and welcome to Racers Now for the belated anti-post chat this week with SD, as we do most weeks. And he's very, very hungover. There's a good reason it's on a Tuesday. He was at an award ceremony on Monday and was nominated for a prestigious award. So well done there, SD. Looked like you had a great time. Everyone's seen your video. About 35,000 people have seen your video that
Well, I was
couldn't really
absolutely
remember.
yes. I do you know what? I had to watch it back today to remember what the bloody hell I'd put up.
Well, when you
Terrible.
sent it, I did consider whether you or we should put it up, not through offence, but just because I didn't know if you was fully Copa's mentors at the time, but it's gone down really well, Esty. No regrets whatsoever.
That is great. I couldn't stomach one of those.
Yes,
It does look like you've urinated in the glass, doesn't it? And you were seen at the awards. You know, they put a little clip of you were on the screen. How lovely.
Well, SD, I would like to see the clip, but as we know, there's a star of the show round here, and there is a mere host, and you don't need me to remind you who holds those roles round here. But Harry and I were on last night, SD, having a chat about Cheltenham, not the top of our list usually here on Racers Now, but we have belatedly boarded that Cheltenham Festival hype train. Good chat, and we'll have another good chat tonight as well, won't we?
Well, I'm sure we will.
Right, we've got 2 Grade 1s from Sandown to look forward to this weekend, plus a supporting card from Aintree with the Becher Chase, Chepstow's on as well, and other bits and bobs around.
The main meeting of the week, of course, is the Borders National
At Kelso, and we've also got the London National at Sandown. We could make use of some more nationals. Anyway, on this Tingle Creek SD, which is the feature, 6 in there, but it's a pretty talented 6, if you like. Ilete Tomps tops the market odds on 8-11. Lieu de Sud, who beat John Bon last time at Cheltenham in the Schlur, is 3-1, and John Bon, the aforementioned John Bon, second run after a wind up, is 4-1 in there as well. I know you're not betting in it, but what was your thinking the shape of the race?
Well, I think the prices are about right. My working hypothesis is that John Bon is probably past his best. So that then leaves Il était temps and L'eau de Sud. Now, I don't know. It's quite a hard race to weigh up from a form point of view because that L'eau de Sud win at Cheltenham was very, very easy. Very easy indeed. But then there's a question mark. I mean, John Bon wouldn't have even been second. You could say, and it is legitimate to say, that John Bon isn't as good around Cheltenham as he is around Sandown.
Yeah, we discussed this last night.
Are we doing repeat videos? Oh dear.
No,
I mean, I did quickly go through it, and you gave the viewers the wrong information.
Okay.
That I was at Aintree on Saturday. I'm not. I'm at Sandown.
Oh, bloody hell! Yes, I know. I now realise why you are at Sandown. Good. Well, you're going to the feature meeting on Saturday and Sunday, SD.
Correct.
Do you know what? I don't like. I'm going to sound like I'm buying into Nicky Anderson's mouth, which is not a good idea.
Buying into his mouth. That's
or the words that come out of it. I just think John Bon was not ready for the Schlur, and should and will come on for that. But even if he does, the last time John Bon raced in the same race as Ilete Tomps, John Bon was 8-15. Ilete Tomps was 9-2, and it was the latter that won that one with ease.
Got
that
his
was in the
ass
celebration
spanked,
chase,
didn't he?
Yeah, that was in the celebration chase. So it might be a forlorn hope anyone else from the British contingent, and it's just all about the one horse, and that's why he's odds on.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't argue. I would not be surprised. I was not bought into the L'eau de Sud fan club.
No,
but I wasn't. I said. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he won this. I thought he was pretty good. And don't forget, John Bon wouldn't have even been second in the Schlur had he not had Matata. I mean, if you look at that recovery on Matata, which is down to run on Sunday at Kelso, by the way, in the Richard Landale handicap chase. We all miss Richard Landale. I must just touch on this because Richard Landale
No
was one
problem.
of these people who actually wanted people to go racing, and he would stand at the entrance of Kelso and personally greet everyone.
I have
He was a
witnessed it.
lovely chap.
I've witnessed it myself,
Yes.
shoulder to shoulder with you. Right, the other Grade One at Sandown on Saturday is the this Henry the Eighth, Henry the Eighth Novices Chase, 2 miles or just under. And talking of 8 to 11 shots, Lou Lambert is 8 to 11. Is there much we can add here, SD? Is he head and shoulders
Yeah,
above the
this is a really good race. You know, you don't need a load of runners to have a really good race. That they have all got a chance. My gut was to take Louis Lambert on.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure.
Suggest that's a good idea, actually.
Well, I'm not quite sure what with, but I wasn't that impressed at Exeter. I've half a feeling 2 miles around here when they're running down that back, if he gets outpaced and misses one, he could be in a spot of bother. The issue is which one, because each of the other 5, and I would imagine Sam Thomas is only going to send one. So we're going to have a 5-runner race, but each of them have various plus points. I mean, just to quickly go through them, Alan Lamb has been a revelation over fences. Be aware, I was a bit disappointed last time. You know,
I thought he should have won. At Cheltenham.
I backed him. But he's a perfectly capable horse. You've got Lump Sum who won at Utoxeter. Perfectly good. 6 mile bridge for the Fogel O'Brien yard. One at Ayr, beating Derry Hassan Paddy. Again, that one might not want to come back in trip. Steel Ally, who won at Carlisle, and Louis Lambert. You know, it's a good race. 5 of the 6 of them won last time. It's a proper contest.
Yep, fair play. The race you are having a bet in, anti-postwise on Saturday, SD, is this London National Handicap Chase. Usually the last race on the card, from memory. 3.5 miles around Sandown. It's on ITV4. There's 14 entered at this stage. This looked quite decent to me as well, to be fair.
It is, but I'll just caveat it slightly. There's a lot of these double entered, a lot of them. So this
because
could cut.
From what we saw Tony Calvin talking about on Monday, where there's a load of racers, including this race, the Borders National, and others.
I haven't read Tony Calvin, but there's a staying.
We'll credit him. We'll credit him.
We'll credit. We don't mind Tony.
I'll get it up for you now. Is it really? It really is not very clever to have the 3 mile 4 furlong London National at Sandown on the same weekend as the 2 mile 7 furlong Welsh National Trial at Chepstow, the 3 mile 2 furlong Becher at Aintree, and the 4 mile Scottish Borders National at Kelso on Sunday, is it? And we have a 3 mile handicap chase as well on Friday, as well as a 3 mile 6 race at Exeter on the same day, etc., etc. That's Tony Calvin. Bonkers. Absolutely bonkers.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I've just had some very bad news as well. I don't think we should broadcast it. It'll be out on Twitter in the next 24 hours or so, I would imagine. It's awful. Anyway, I'll tell you at the end. But it's very sad. Very sad indeed. Right, where were we?
Loads of staying handicaps this week.
Loads of staying handicap chases. So you've got the Devon one, you've got the Borders, you've got you've got the Welsh National Trial, you've got you've got the Becher, you had the Hennessy last week. There's a lot of them, and there's a lot of options for horses. So that makes this race betted anti-post, where they're paying a quarter. I think it makes it an appealing betting medium. Now I know you don't like the term jocked up, but
no, I absolutely
No, well, a work in progress is double enter, but is jocked up at Chepstow in the Welsh national trial. And I would imagine that's probably where they'll go, with half an eye on the Welsh national, because that race, the Welsh national trial, by the way, has an absolutely fantastic record
Yes.
of producing Welsh
The Welsh
national winners.
national winner. Yes, it does. Even I know that.
Yeah, so on that assumption, I thought O'Connell, who isn't entered anywhere else,
SD, I've got some bad news for you.
go on.
He's entered at Sandown. Bet at your best with Betfair handicap chase on Friday. 3 miles, Sandown 255. Friday. I can see it in front of. I can see it
All
in front of
right,
me.
take the bet down. Take the bet
Okay,
down.
no bet, no bet,
No
no bet,
bet. No
no
bet.
bet.
Yeah, I've read that wrong. I mean, look, O'Connell. I think if he runs, he'll run. Have to look like a tit, eh?
And he's just so and just on your jocked up hypotheses, he's jocked up on both. Gavin
Yeah.
Sheehan is jocked up on the same horse Friday and Saturday. So anyway,
Right. Well, look, the basis for backing him, and I will probably put him up as a spoiler, by the way, for Saturday. But the basis for backing him is he's a lot better horse right-handed. He won here off a mark of 1-2-4. He won really well that day. He was subsequently then second in an Ida, so he'll stay. And the run at Carlisle caught my eye. The run at Carlisle really did catch my eye when he was coming home third, and I think he'll win this if he runs.
okay, keep an eye on O'Connell. He's entered at Sandown on Friday.
Well, that has spoiled it, hasn't it?
Yeah. Well, if he runs Friday, he may well be part of the SD dailies. If he runs Saturday, SD may well tip him on Thursday night.
But we will, of course, look at the shape of the race. Just worth touching on there's loads of action this weekend. Just worth touching on the Becher. I couldn't find a bet at this stage. I just thought it was one. Well, I'll just wait for final decks. Most of them are going to run. There's no point really risking any money anti-post. I did speak to Dylan Cooner yesterday, and Mounds Glory will run. I said to him, "Don't run him, Dylan. He won't stay."
I really like Dylan Cooner. He didn't have as good a 2025 as I expected, and he definitely doesn't have as many runners over the sticks. But yeah, I think he is he's going places. Dylan Cooner.
And then there's Huntingdon Sunday, and I just want to touch on this. John Bon is entered in the Peterborough.
Harry said that last night.
Yeah. I mean, I think the assumption is he won't run in the Peter. It just struck me as a bit of a. I can actually see where Nicky's going with this, because were he to run well in the Peterborough or win it, that opens other avenues up, and the Peterborough's the right race to try.
That Peterborough looks a good renewal, SD. You got Jello in there that you tipped to win at Wetherby. Hitman that won last time at Aintree. John Bon, possibly. Edward Stone's been around the block. Mahon's Glory, who you've mentioned, is also the outsider for the Peterborough as well as the Becher. I was talking about Dylan Cooner, wasn't we?
Yeah. Sansegal. Oh, in fact, that may well. So Sansegal is jocked up at no, he's jocked up at both venues, at Kelso in that Richard Landale and at Huntingdon. I thought the Borders National was interesting.
Go on then, off you go. This is Sunday. So there's ITV racing on Sunday as well, Huntingdon and Kelso. SD will be at Kelso. There won't be many people in the world this weekend or ever that have done the Sandown Saturday and Kelso Sunday, but that is what
I've done worse than that for Kelso. As people will probably know, I don't like missing a lot of fixtures at Kelso at all. Very good track. But I have done Fontwell Kelso before now.
You know what I'm going to say now, don't you?
There's only one bloody man.
No. There's only one double that I have to talk about. I did the Red Car Longchamp double before.
Yes.
Times. So yeah.
I thought earlier this year, Ross Lass and Wolverhampton on the same day was pretty good as well.
Oh, yeah, on the same day. That's good. Right, Borders Nationals 2:00 on Sunday. 4 miler.
I thought this was a it's always a good race. I'm not quite sure what's happened to Sandy Thompson's yard, but he's got a fantastic record in this race, and
Mm.
that would make possibly something like Grosny interested in a prize. I cannot see how Ollie Murphy's not going to get some improvement out of Gold Clermont, who she's a very good stayer. This race will suit her. The problem is, again, she's double entered, so I can't play that. Um, and obviously there's the legislator in there. There's President Scotty in there. Not having a bet yet. If somebody opened Grosny stupid, I might just play that. But at 16, I wasn't. I'd be
Yep.
1 in 25, if that makes sense.
Yep, fair enough. Do we need to make any reflections on the weekend that was, SD? Pretty chaotic,
Yeah,
really.
well,
Definitely
it
at Newcastle,
was.
and a sprinkling of chaos over in Ireland as well. There's only one place to start, isn't there? Really?
Yeah. I'll tell you what my opinion is for constitutional. I think the connections have an obligation to the horse and national hunt racing more generally. I If the worst happens, and we're bloody lucky it hasn't, um, I my feeling is that they shouldn't send him over hurdles again. Look, they could try. They could try on the flat. To be honest with you, he's probably earned a very nice retirement, and people do slate Nicky. I slated Nicky, but I think we all know he cares for his horses. So I would be astonished if we saw him in a jumps race again. All this rubbish about padded hurdles, and there's the
Oh, it's
none
crap.
of us know the reason, because they can't talk. But the thing is that there's a significant. I mean, I did see that wretched Animal Rising tweeting about it. And we shouldn't pander to them, but by the same token, I think everyone would agree that running that horse again over hurdles is a risk. I think taking him over fences is, well, the bigger he might respect them. Well, there is an alternative version that he just falls. I can't see how they can run him again. I just can't. So they might go on. They might go on the flat. There was somebody. I think it was. Here's a daft bet then for you. Just put this up half a point if it's still there. A Paddy's still betting he'll run at Royal Ascot next year. They were 11-2, and I just thought that was a little bit big.
Well, there is 3 races that he could run in.
Oh yeah, there's the Queen Alexandra.
The last
Yeah,
race on Tuesday, the last race on Saturday. I get the names mixed up, and the
you
Gold
could
Cup.
run him in the Hardwick.
I mean, my 2 penneth is I went into Saturday looking forward to the race. It was definitely a no bet, as you and I agreed, for obvious reasons. I wanted him to go well. I didn't expect him to go well. I don't want. I would prefer him just to retire him altogether. Do
I'd
they need?
agree.
Do they need to go over? I don't. I do differ from you in terms of hurdles. You said you'd be astonished if they run him over jumps again, whether that be hurdles or chaser. He won't go chasing, but let's call it hurdles. I think we probably will see him again over hurdles, to be honest.
It's a
I don't want
massive
that to
risk.
happen. I don't want
It's a,
that to
it's a,
happen.
it's a, it's
But
a, it's a risk.
I think we will. The flat. Couple of things really. There's plenty of prize money on offer. It's not. It's never a deep division. You could see him
Mm.
running in something like the Goodwood Cup, not winning, obviously, but
Well, he might do. If he transfers it over, he might do.
right.
Yeah,
Constitution Hill specials. I mean, this is scraping the barrel, Esty, because there'll be people in the comments saying they can't get on. You can have to win a Breeders' Cup turf in 2026, 50-1.
no.
Or you can have Constitution Hill to run at Royal Ascot in 2026, 11-2.
I think that's fair. Do you?
I actually do think it's fair. It's a fair price. Is it fair to put it up? I don't know.
I'll not put it up, but here we go. If I had a Paddy Power account, I'd
Well, I
back
know
that.
someone who has, and I know someone that might agree with you for a 10 or 20 quid. Put it
Yeah.
that. Let's put it that way. Let's
So
put it that way.
have a throwaway punter. That Newbury
Okay, that's
Hennessy, I think is
yes.
worth reflecting on. It was a great race. It was a great training performance, wasn't it?
SD, did you see who came
Uh,
second in the Hennessy?
I did.
Yeah. Yes, and you said I
Yeah.
was absolutely bonkers. It had no chance. I thought it ran really well,
Well,
the brag.
I thought. Do you know what? When they were coming
I
round
know. I
the home
thought the
turn,
same.
it's 4-1 on Betfair. I thought, oh crikey, here he goes, Mister
Yeah.
Bloody Jumps expert,
Yeah.
bloody
Yeah,
Ian Mackenzie here.
I thought the
Um,
same as you, yeah.
yeah. Look, the winner's done well. It's not a great advert for David Pipe, is it? Good God.
Oh,
Goes
some
out the
recent
pipe
oh,
yard,
yeah, it's gone to Cheltenham.
wins the
Yeah,
Mackinson, and then
Hennessy, yeah.
wins the Hennessy. And coincidentally, the last horse to do that was in the pipe yard, wasn't it? Celestial Go, probably 20 years ago.
Right.
But it's not a great advert at all for them. Good advert for Mr. Skelton. Good bit of placing. Just go. I know I'm leaping all over the place. Just going back to the Fighting Fifth. This New Lion. I'm not sure it would have won. And I think in terms of form, look, people are saying you've got to
I
jump to
agree.
win. That much is true. But in terms of form, this is light years away from a convention. I'm saying a
Yeah,
conventional champion hurdle on purpose.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I'd be
100.
absolutely astonished if Golden Ace was in the bloody first four in the
Quite ridiculous.
champion.
Well, we looked at the champion hurdle last night. You could see her being in the first four because there's question marks over quite a few that might not run. Sergino being one of them, Constitution Hill another, Lossy Mouth being another. It's for no certainty that
I,
Lossy Mouth will run
if
tonight
I was Nicky, I'd run Sergino.
in the champion hurdle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he might run in the Christmas hurdle beforehand. Oh, yeah, I can definitely see that State Man's being out, Amsterdam can't behave, etc., etc. Amsterdam tried to bite the winner in the between the 2 and the 1. I don't know if you've
Did
seen that.
he?
Yeah. Watch the replay.
Oh.
Watch the replay. The New Lion ran like a plonker throughout most of the race. Didn't really settle that much. Nearly ran out at one of the hurdles on the first lap round, and then has obviously fell at the last. Like you say, I don't think that Nameen Lion was less than 2 lengths behind the winner. It's not worth anything, is it? That form.
Not at all.
But yeah, you and I confidently said last Thursday that she ran absolutely appallingly at Weatherby, and then Julie goes.
She did.
And Julie
I
goes
mean,
and wins the
oh,
fight.
it's nice. I'll tell you what is nice. Somebody like Jeremy Scott and Lorcan Williams within champion hurdle and
Yeah,
a grade
I
one.
agree.
But racing is great because the smaller people, and this is getting less and less and less, can still have a big day. And when they do, we're almost in sort of supermarket territory at the moment, where there's a, 5 or 6 big players, and they mop them up every week. Just look at the Tingle Creek as a case in point.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see a smaller yard win, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I thought that was perfectly fair enough. Right, so we'll wrap it up there, Steve. You've not made any bingo comments. Hexham,
No,
friend of the
I
channel.
I saw friend of the channel on Sunday. We had a lovely drink at the services with him. He was in very good spirits. He's at Haydock or Ludlow tomorrow. I don't know where. I'll text him shortly.
Well, Haydock had 2 3-runner races, so I'm guessing he might be at
Yeah,
Haydock.
I mean, to be fair, the supreme favourite's still running.
Yeah.
And he might be at Sedgefield Friday, Aintree Saturday, Kelso Sunday, Musselburgh Monday.
Oh,
What a man!
What a run! What a run!
What a
Right.
man! It's great to be with Bigger Than the Machine.
Yeah.
Bigger Than the Machine came to the awards with me, and yes, he won Bookmaker of the Year, didn't he?
Congratulations to
Some people took that seriously when he was holding a teapot. It was fantastic.
Right, very good. Right, we'll call it a day.
Yes.
He's going to go to bed, and he'll be back tomorrow, having had a well-deserved day off with the daily tips around 8 o'clock. Thanks for watching.
Yes. Bye-bye.